The Team Lally show was previously recorded.
It's time to enter the world of real estate in Oahu with Hawaii's only true real estate radio show, the Team Lally Real Estate Show. Grab a pen and get ready to take notes. For the next full hour, Hawaii's premier real estate leader, Adrienne Lally, and Attilio Leonardi will bring you the latest in real estate news and real-world strategies on how they can guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline you agree to, or they'll buy it. Now, here are your hosts, Adrienne and Attilio.
Welcome to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. If you have any questions, just give us a call at 799-9596 or check us out at teamlally.com.
Hey, everybody, this is Attilio, and I want to talk about nonprofits. You know, if you're a business owner out there, you should really think about supporting nonprofits because there's a thing called for benefit marketing. That's what Sheen's going to put on the caption when we post this on social media. For benefit marketing. 3 big words. What's that mean, Adrienne?
Well, it means that you're doing a good thing, obviously, for the nonprofit by supporting them. And that, like, basically when consumers, when they see that there's 2 equal products or 2 equal businesses, but one business is, active in the community or more active with the nonprofit, they're going to choose that business that is more
something
involved.
Like 98% of the time, they're going to go with the business that is giving back to the community. Yep. So something to think about. It's a win-win, right? You help support some nonprofits, and then maybe you get some more business from the customers. And it's like circle of life. Then you get more business, so you can donate more to the nonprofits. It's good.
Especially if you're supporting a nonprofit that the consumers are excited about.
Yes. So speaking of realtors, I want to give a big shout out to 3 realtors here. This is from, I gotta be honest with the Newsweek, the midweek. The midweek. Sorry, but I usually use that for rubbish. First time in maybe since COVID, since I actually cracked one open. And lo and behold, this is what I found. Local realtors support nonprofits, so I want to give a big shout out to 3 of our fellow realtors in our community. The Honolulu Board of Realtors recognized 3 members for their dedication to community service through its annual Good Neighbor Award program. To celebrate these individuals, the Honolulu Board of Realtors awarded $5,000 in grants to nonprofits chosen by the recipients, and here are the winners. So Lorraine Fukume of Marcus Realty. And then first place winner, we see him all the time, Patrick Graham of Coldwell Banker. Yep. And then good job, Coldwell Banker. Second place winner was Brandon Lau. We know Brandon Lau.
Yes, we know all 3 of them. So good job, you guys.
If you're watching this on any of our social media, I want to do a real close-up because, Patrick, way to go with this outfit. You look like you're an Adagio for the Barbie movie, though. Take a look at it. He's wearing a pink shirt, pink armbands, pink headband, and then he also has a pink...
he's well coordinated for that photo.
Fanny pack. He has a pink fanny pack.
Yes. Good job, Patrick.
So,
and you know what? We always see him at the dinner on Blanc, and he always looks super sharp there, too.
Yes. Yeah. But, it's nice to see when I see awards like this going to our fellow realtors for giving back in their community, it makes me proud to call myself a realtor.
Yes, me too.
That's it.
And speaking of an awesome broker, we've got Duke Kimhan on the line with his property management tip of the week.
I don't even compare with those names on the list.
Yeah.
I'm not even in their sphere.
Yeah.
Those guys are awesome.
Yeah. That's good to see them giving back.
Community service.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man. So hard to find the time,
I know.
And it's so hard to find a cause that you are just so passionate about. But those guys, year after year, so good.
Yeah.
Now, Duke, I know that Hawaii Pacific Property Management gives back to the Humane Society.
We do.
Yeah.
And we're all pet lovers in the office. We have our office dog, Mochi Man.
All right.
He's our office dog.
Yeah.
But, so I just came back from an owner meet, and I got to tell you that the opening price to your house, and we let the owners pick that,
is
so important because days on the market means money's lost.
Yeah.
In the sale side too, but on the rental side, it's ticking away. I look at some of our vacants, and they're going 40 days, 50 days,
Ooh.
and I call the owners. I call the property manager first, and I'm like, why are we in this situation?
Yeah.
And they tell me, owner this, didn't want to make repairs, didn't want to do this or that. And most of it is the owner doesn't want to lower their price.
Yeah.
So if you have a $1 million home, which is average today in Hawaii,
Yes.
right? You look at 4.5% of that, because that's the average return on investment for rental property.
Uh-huh.
So 1 million times 4.5%, 45,000 divided by 12 is 3750.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the average house rents for in Hawaii right now, 3750.
Wow.
So if we tell you that, and you say, no, I want to start at 4,200, I say, okay. Are you willing to adjust your price after 1 or 2 weeks of not getting any tenant? They say, sure. But in reality, you go 2 weeks of vacant and you lost $2,000.
Yeah.
And you'll never get that back.
Well, I did the math. If they miss one, so if they got to make they miss one of if they rented it at 37, then they may not be making that mortgage payment. It's probably about the same, right?
Yeah.
So that loss is eaten up in 1 month of being vacant.
But money's lost being vacant
Yeah.
is lost forever.
Mm-hmm.
You'll never make that up. And stubborn owners that don't want to adjust their price, so they go 100 or 200 below, and they got to make up that amount.
Yeah.
It's better than making up $4,000 because you've been vacant for a month.
Yeah, because what you're telling them to rent it for and what they want to rent it for is about a $500 difference. So
Always.
1 month is equal to, a couple of months of they actually would have done better by just going lower.
Just starting at the right price.
Because just 1 month eats away that $500 like quick.
Yeah, and so, you can just go on Google and type in your address.
Yeah.
And it'll tell you what your average home should sell for.
Yeah.
So that value right there will tell you, working backward, what the rental price is going to be, because that's what people are renting for in your district.
Yeah.
Some people get more. I just came from an apartment where the guy goes, hey, upstairs, they just rented for $3,200. I said, great for them. But, your price value says $2,700.
Yeah.
And he says, okay, I want to start at $3,000.
Yeah.
So, wherever the owner wants to start, however they see spending their money is up to them.
Yeah.
I do not mandate a starting price. I
Make
recommend.
recommendation.
Yep. And then that's all I can do.
Yeah.
Yep, you advise and they decide, right?
Yeah, it's a really, really unpolished science.
Yeah.
But that's all we do. We only do rentals. And we can pull rental comms on the MLS.
Yeah, I think
if you're an owner out there and you want to see what your place would rent for, go to Google, type in your address, take that, and times it by 4.5%, and then divide it by 12.
There you go, 4 point.
Simple.
There you go.
Very simple.
Yep. And then even easier than that, they can just give you guys a call. You guys can do a property walkthrough. I know you guys tell them what they should do to the property to maximize the rent. Not based on what somebody watched on some reality show, but what you guys actually do in reality with managing. I don't know, what are you guys up to? 1,300 doors now? 1,300 people's properties?
We're close.
Yeah. I know 1,200, 1,300. That's a lot. That's a lot of data points that you guys are gathering to help people make intelligent decisions on what they should do to the property and what they should rent for. Mm-hmm. By the way, I just did the rough math. For that $300 to $500 more that you want to make in rent, 1 month's vacancy is you eat it up. You would eat that up, and it would take you 6 to 8 months just to make that back. with 1 month of vacancy.
Yeah, but you never make back lost rent.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So people look at that way, and I'm like, it's not that way.
Yeah.
It's not like an investment because your rental is not going up in value.
Yeah.
It is in equity, but not in value.
Yeah.
Totally different.
Yeah. Okay.
As you pay your mortgage down, you gain more equity.
Yeah.
As the property increases in price, someday then you got to increase the rent because your value is up.
And you got to look at it. The renter is bringing your principal balance down.
Yes.
They're paying off your mortgage.
Thank you, renter.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Try not have a tenant, not have a renter.
I know. All right.
Well, thank you, Duke, for that that helpful calculation.
Yeah.
That is great.
Yeah.
Well, you guys keep on doing what you're doing, and I will see you in a week.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Duke.
Thank you, Duke. All right. If you guys tune in every week, you can listen to Duke from Hawaii Pacific Property Management. If you, by the way, any of our people or guests on our show, where can they go to get more information if they
So we have we've got a little tab on about the experts we trust on our website on the resource page.
Yes.
And then also we live stream on all the different platforms, so you can tune in and see the behind the scenes. So you can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, X.
I think we're on every social media platform except for dating apps.
Mm-hmm. All right. So next up, we've got Bradley with his insurance tip of the week.
Yes.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
So my tip of the week, we've been kind of tying a lot of my tips to current events, but when you review your policy with your agent, always look at the loss of use, which is also known as additional living expense. Look at that coverage for your hurricane and homeowners policies.
Yes.
Many people in Lahaina, many people, even on their hurricane, we had some hurricane scares this last couple of weeks. I noticed when I've been reviewing a lot of policies on their hurricane, they don't carry that additional living expense or loss of use coverage. And it can be very handy if you have a rental or it's a place that you reside in. And the reason being is if that hurricane wipes out your property, can you withstand the loss of rent if that house becomes unlivable? Where are you going to stay if that's your primary household and that house is unlivable? So very important to look at that loss of use / additional living expense on your hurricane as well as your homeowner's insurance, because every carrier will calculate that coverage differently. So even what we saw this past weekend, if that house is vandalized from a front loader and now that house becomes unlivable, where are you going to live? So that homeowner's policy could come in handy to put you up at a hotel or at a comparable rental while that house is being fixed.
So
that's like an additional rider, right? You got to have on the insurance?
That is correct. And now most times your homeowner's insurance will have it, but everyone evaluates it differently. Is it for 12 months? Is it for 24 months? Is it a percentage of dwelling coverage?
Yeah.
So it's very important because we represent other carriers if we can't write Allstate Insurance. And I've noticed that every carrier will evaluate that loss of use differently.
So,
very similarly to, I'll give an example. RLI is a company we can write for condos.
Yeah.
And they look at loss of use a little differently than us. And they also look at loss assessment coverage versus building coverage on the HO6 side. So when they're paying out claims, they look at it differently than how we view it at Allstate. So very important to review your policies with your agencies.
So Bradley, on average, for this loss of use rider, I know it's different, depending on the carrier. Give us the range that you see to add this rider onto your home insurance.
So very minimum for Allstate. I'll speak specifically for Allstate. With Allstate, we include up to 12 months of loss of use. Now, on the hurricane side, whether it's Zephyr, Palomar, or ICAT, it becomes an a la carte coverage. So meaning you can say, I need $50,000 in coverage. If a hurricane hits, I want at least 12 months of rent, let's just say $4,000 a month for 12 months.
Yeah.
I want $48,000 or $50,000 in coverage for my hurricane coverage. So it'll vary, but on a hurricane side, I like to call it an a la carte coverage or coverage that can be modified. You can put $100,000 in there.
Yeah.
Because during the time of a hurricane, hotels will probably be utilized, but it's going to be much more expensive to stay at a hotel than it is to stay at a house on a part of the island that didn't get demolished.
Yeah. What if you stay in Vegas?
Even cheaper. But what are you seeing to add to the policy? Is it a lot more expensive? Is it really bringing
Bradley going to have to give us an update because everybody wants to know about the Vegas rider.
Well, you know what? You kind of threw me off right there. I don't think I've never seen someone say out of state, but would it be
except local people? Included?
I'm not sure. So I would say I would have to punch it in because our rates are based, but typically it's about $10 per 10,000 for loss of use.
Okay.
And that's per month or per year?
Per year.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Well, look, so I got Colin in my office. He did one really quick. So to add on 30,000 in additional living expense, it was $22.95 per year more.
What the?
Again, it's
super
varies,
affordable.
So that's just an estimate. Yes.
It's it costs a lot more.
$30,000.
People spend more money at the
in content.
Yeah.
It was about $26. So I would go $30 per 10,000.
That's like one drink at the movie theater. Comes in a bucket, has a handle, 5 straws, and probably going to give you diabetes. So skip the drink and get this.
Get the insurance.
Get the insurance.
Get the extra, the loss of coverage.
Yeah.
And if you're not sure if you have it or not, Bradley, will you review people's policies with them to make sure that they have, they know what they have?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's peanuts.
Yeah.
Peanuts.
That's one large popcorn with furikake on top. Mm-hmm. So go get it. All right. Thanks, Bradley.
Thanks, Bradley, for that reminder.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Bradley Maruyama. He's one of the experts that we trust. You can go to teamlally.com and click on the resource tab, and you'll see all the experts we trust.
That reminds me that insurance nationwide is becoming a very large expense. It's increasing maintenance fees for homeowners associations, for condos. And I listened to a podcast, I think it was called How This Works. And they talked about back in the 50s and 60s where these two brothers that had this very popular shampoo, I forgot what their names were, and they decided we're going to get into real estate. So they were actually buying up swampland in Florida and then filling it in, dredging it out, creating canals, and then filling it in, swamp, stinky, poopy smelling land, and then selling it. And then, so back in the 50s and 60s, literally thousands and thousands of homes were built on this type of land. And then what the scientists realized today is that all of that wetlands and the swamplands act as buffers for hurricanes. So now the buffer is grandma's house in Coral. I think it was Coral something was one of the...
Was it Coral Creek?
Coral Creek or something. Some huge community. And it's literally insurance. Hurricane insurance has gone from $700 a year to $7,000. Mm-hmm. In fact, a lot of the carriers have pulled out of the state, and so we got to be aware of that here in Hawaii. And so now they have what's called federal national insurance plans or something like that. It's actually supported by the state government because the regular insurers won't come in. And we're kind of seeing that in Hawaii where the big insurers are pulling out. And when you have less insurers,
prices go up.
Your prices will go up for all of this insurance. And what's happening is the insurance companies, I don't know, comment on whether they're getting greedy or not, but they just nationwide, we've just had a lot of catastrophes, I
think Bradley had said that it was 4 years in a row. It was just a lot of
paying out some premiums,
a lot of natural disasters.
Yep.
So it was just impending.
Yeah. And so make sure to check out that stuff. A lot of times we check out that stuff after the house gets hit. And then you're realizing the insurance you needed that you don't have after a disaster is terrible. So do it now. Do it now. It's like, getting a health checkup, financial checkup, need to do an insurance checkup.
That's right. So call Bradley.
Yeah.
He will go through your insurance documents and explain to you what you have and maybe what you're missing.
The other thing, too, you're thinking about buying a home or your kids or whatever, or anybody thinking about buying a home, you really need to take a look at what the insurance costs are. Mm-hmm. Because if you're doing any type of financing, you're going to need insurance, and you cannot get the financing without the insurance. So critical to take a look at that as soon as possible in homes that you're interested in. I know if you work with us,
that's what we do.
We get you an insurance quote right away to give you an idea of what that's going to look like, and make sure that it's not something that hangs you up when you're getting ready to open escrow and close it because you can't get the insurance on it.
Yes, we don't like those kind of surprises.
Tony Robbins said, people say, I like surprises. And Tony Robbins is like, baloney. You only like surprises you like. A flat tire on the way to get somewhere is a surprise, but that's not a surprise you like.
Or having like a very high insurance premium is not a good surprise that you want when you're trying to purchase a home and you've got a fixed budget.
Yes.
So gotta get a hold of Bradley.
Okay.
Well, we've got a deal of the week.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so this deal of the week. All right, so this deal of the week is at Imperial Plaza. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo, and it's a perfect blend of comfort and convenience, and it's priced at just $549,000.
It has stunning views, soaking a breathtaking city and mountain vistas right from your window.
Modern elegance, hassle-free living, and exceptional amenities.
Situated near park, schools, essential services, condos offers a vibrant lifestyle in a serene setting. Don't miss your chance to call this urban oasis home. Schedule your showing today. Make it yours.
Okay,
all right.
That's this week's deal of the week.
All right. Speaking of somebody that's going to make it yours on the Big Island, who's that?
That would be Dan Polimino with his Big Island tip of the week.
Hey, Dan.
$549 for that condo. Where do I sign?
I know.
We'll send you the info after the show, Dan.
Yep.
Thanks, guys. How you doing?
Always great. A funny story. We were in Hilo. Was it?
Couple weeks ago.
A week or two ago. We got stuck there with the Hurricane Honi. And
no kidding.
Yeah, yes. All the flights were canceled Saturday and Sunday, but that was cool because we
was out of Hilo, though. I think Kona side, they're still going.
Kona, you was like, what hurricane? What storm? It was all dry over there, right? During that time. But anyway,
I was out of town on vacation, and so I missed all the hoopla.
Yeah. Oh, you missed the excitement.
That was fun. We got to go see all the waterfalls just raging. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what I heard.
Lots of drinking water.
Well, things are kind of quiet over here on the Big Island, as we kind of predicted. As we got closer and closer to the election, I thought we would get slower and slower, and we have. And not only is it slow for the real estate market, but it's actually slow on tourism too. There are just not a lot of people on the island right now, and that's to be expected for this time of year, given the fact that school's going back, and given the fact that again we're this close to an election. However, it presents a heck of an opportunity for buyers. I have 2 buyers in town. And the perfect scenario it has unfolded, which is, number one, they have a lot of choice. They have a lot of inventory. They have a lot of properties to look at and a lot to choose from. Number two, they're going to be able to negotiate a pretty good deal under asking price.
Yep.
But number three, we can actually get in to see the condos because there's no renters in there right now.
Yay. Wow, it's like the perfect storm for these buyers of yours.
I know. Right. If you're in the business, you get a buyer that comes in town. They want to see this unit. They're all hot about it. And, of course, there's vacation renters in there, and you can't show it to them. But not this time of year right now. And so I told my buyer, I said, you guys have hit it absolutely perfect in terms of buying. The leverage is in your favor. All of these listing agents want to earn your business. And so now she gets to choose. And so tomorrow we did a day 1, we did a day 2, and tomorrow's a day 3 where she gets to go out and, narrow it. She's narrowed it down to her top 4, and she gets to make a choice.
Nice.
We've not been in that kind of market in a while. This is
that's exactly right. We have not been in that market in a long, long time. Usually it's, oh my gosh, this property just came on the market. We need to get an offer in an hour and go $25,000 over asking.
Yeah, it's like I call it the bully from The Simpsons. The sellers a couple months ago were, and now the buyers are like,
Yeah.
Yep.
That's exactly right. And so it's been an unusual experience. Not only am I getting my showing requests approved, but we're getting in to see them. We've got some choice, and we're going to make an offer. And so
they're able to negotiate. So it's it's a great time for buyers.
Yeah, you're coming out of the showing, you see cars circling by. That's the listing agent. And then they're like, did you show it? Did you show it? How was the showing? You guys going to write an offer? Like, where are you?
Yeah.
I'm in the car across the street. I'm looking at you right now. Want me to help you with that offer?
Yeah. And there's been a fair amount of high-end properties where I've had the discussion. You know, they've called me. They said, Dan, we want to list. We want to sell. And I said, well, I'm happy to work with you. Why don't we get into agreement that we are going to work together in the form of a listing agreement? Mm-hmm. However, I'm going to probably ask you to hold off from putting it on the market until after the election.
Yeah. You know, it's, Dan, I'll share with you 4 of the common mistakes that sellers make. They make in any market, but these are critically, I think, fatal now. Pricing too high, skipping repairs, not being objective, and being unwilling to negotiate.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
Well, Dan, sellers will not do that because they've got a strategy.
And you know what it says?
Right?
How an agent like Dan helps you avoid it. And then you walk them through all of that. Like, oh, no. We don't want to do that. We want to do this. Mm-hmm. And Dan, how long you've been in the business? Quite a while. How long?
17 years and over 1,300 transactions.
There you go.
A
lot of experience there.
Dan, on his truck, he has a bumper sticker, and it says, "This is not my first rodeo."
Well, it's funny that you bring that up because I met this nice lady, elderly retired lady, and she was moving back to the mainland. She got to that age where she's going to need some help from her daughter.
Yeah.
And so she was going back, and she was selling her home here in Kona that she's had for a long, long time. And her husband had passed away, and they built it together. And you know this story. You've heard it a lot. Mm-hmm. And I went in there, and we had a great discussion. And I just said to her, I said, do you trust me? Because I'm going to follow a recipe that I've had for success over and over again. But you got to trust me, and you got to let me do my thing. Mm-hmm. And she said, I absolutely trust you. You do what you need to do. And so we went in, we cleared the house out, and I mean, got rid of all of the old furniture that, you know, just was dating the place. And we went in, we did a fresh paint job. We refinished cabinets. We brought in my stager, who does a wonderful job, and just staged it to the nines. We had exceptional photography, twilight shots, drone shots, all of the above. We did everything right by the textbook on how you would list and sell a house. We put it on at the right price. We had the right marketing, and we sold it for full price in 3 days.
Nice.
In a down market, right?
Well,
so,
there's nice, and then now on social media, noise.
So it's all in that preparation, Dan. And we do the same thing, too. Yeah. It's like, you know, it's all in the preparation, not this hurry up to get on the market.
Slow down to hurry up.
Slow down to hurry up. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, we took a good 3 weeks, almost a month, to get that thing ready and get it presented. So it was the prettiest girl at the dance. And sure enough, when I called them, they had already moved back to the mainland, and I said, hey, we've got a full price offer just 3 days into this. They were stunned. And I said, no, you know, we did everything by the book and everything the right way. We took all the right steps, and that's what happens when you do that.
Awesome. All right.
Well, thank you, Dan, for the tip, and we're gonna be seeing you soon for that Big Island Mastermind coming up. So
we're looking forward to having you guys over here.
All righty. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, Dan.
Aloha, guys.
All right. Hey, speaking of masterminds, like that's going to be happening on the Big Island, and if you're a realtor, doesn't matter what brokerage you're with. If you want an invite to that session, just give us a call. We're going to have just all kind of high-level specialists on the board.
About
building wealth. About building wealth, about leverage.
Building wealth on the Big Island.
Yeah. How you know what? And especially dealing with all of the new ways that we approach our buyer commissions, seller commissions. and making it a win-win for all of the clients and the realtors at the same time, but coming up with strategies to make it a win-win.
Okay, so we are going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll be talking with Julie Kalakau of Sunshine School. Julie will explain why early childhood education is crucial for your child's future and highlight what sets their program apart.
So stay with us.
How would you touch up your home if you had an extra $10,000? Would you paint, fix the lawn, make small repairs? All of the above will increase the value of your home if you're planning on selling. That's exactly why my friends Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Real Estate Group of Keller Williams, Honolulu, offered a 10K program. Carr didn't hesitate to take advantage of this advance to fix up his Makakilo investment property. And good thing, the repairs he made with the extra money put the home in escrow just 2 weeks later. Team Lally uses programs like the Team Lally 10K to guarantee your home sells at the price and a deadline you agree to, or they'll buy it. They also know that life happens, so if needed, they'll let you out of the contract at any time. So when you need to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama, trust Adrian and Attilio of Team Lally to do the job for you. Call 808-799-9596. That's 808-799-9596. Visit teamlally.com. Spelled Lally, Lally.
Taking one cash offer for your home doesn't have to be your only option. I'm Barbara Corcoran, and especially in today's current market, having a local real estate agent who offers great marketing and options that are customized to fit your needs is smart. In Honolulu, the agents I trust are Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi. They can give you a guarantee to sell your home, flexible fees, or up to $10,000 in cash to help with repairs. Get the option that's right for you. Go to teamlally.com.
Hey, Sean Hannity here, talking with the only real estate agent in your market I recommend. Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Real Estate Group of Keller Williams, Honolulu. Now more than ever, buyers and sellers need an expert to navigate this ever-changing market. And what do you do to stand out?
Hey, Sean, we are a team with over 500 plus 4.9 star reviews, over 1,600 transactions under belt, and 20 years in the business. It's going to take a lot of resources to get a home sold today.
What kind of programs do you offer?
Sean, we offer the guaranteed sale, instant offer close in 12 days, 10K for upgrades, love it or leave it, no hassle listing. No matter what situation the client is in, we've got solutions.
Great update. Thank you for keeping us informed. Put the most experience and the best marketing to work for you. Call Team Lally now at 799-9596 or online at teamlally.com. That's teamlally.com.
Welcome back, and thanks for listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. I'm Adrian.
And I'm Attilio.
And if you have any questions, just give us a call at 799-9596 or check us out online at teamlally.com.
Our guest today is a dedicated advocate for early childhood education from Kailua. She began her journey with Sunshine School in 1985 as a teacher's aide while attending college. She worked her way up to assistant director, developing a deep passion for early childhood education and contributing to the school's reputation for excellence.
After working as a child life specialist for 12 years, Julie returned to Sunshine School in 2018 as the director, bringing her extensive experience and dedication full circle. Please welcome our guest, Julie Kalakau.
Hey, Julie.
Hi, good afternoon.
All righty. So, we just told your story here of...
Then how do we know Julie? We know Julie from a child event.
Yes.
That we all volunteered at. It was
Shanea's first birthday in Waina. No, it wasn't that one. Was
it was for kids.
Basic.
Kids PSI Basic.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we had a chance to
We got to meet each other there for sure.
Yeah. So you spent a long time in early childhood development. What made you passionate about staying with this all this time?
Well, it's so funny. When I went to college, I didn't want to pigeonhole myself, so I got my degree in human services and started taking some early childhood classes and just fell in love with the brain and how important these years are.
Yeah.
And then started working with children. And so the human services came in handy when I decided to reinvent myself. But my first and foremost love is early childhood.
Yeah.
So Julie, why is the early childhood education so important?
Early childhood is what some people might not realize is it's from 0 to 8. So it's a huge chunk of time in development, and it's a time of rapid growth. Early childhood is a time of rapid brain development, and so there's so many exciting things happen. I mean, if you just think about a baby, all that they learn by the time they're 3, we don't learn that much pretty much in the rest of our lives. To walk, talk, communicate, ask for help, all of the things. So mostly I really think that early childhood is so important because that's when their brain is really developing, and having rich, meaningful experiences for them to build, all the skills, all the development, language, cognitive, social, all, self-help, all of it.
Yeah.
That's why I think early childhood, there's so many other things, but that's, I would say, the foremost.
Yeah, I think even as a father with, having 3 kids, we did all the stuff. We played classical music while they were in the tummy, and then I did like flashcards with the kids, and then did all of the things that would encourage brain growth even before they even got into preschool. And then one of the things I learned is that it's very important for parents to have a lot of verbalization, positive stuff, not negative, but actually just talk in front of the kids. Words.
It's really words.
Yeah.
And there's many studies, and I can't quote them right off the top, but that kids that are spoken to, read to, talked with really have a much larger vocabulary and succeed. So that's absolutely correct, Attilio.
Yeah. The difference in words spoken in annual basis was like hundreds of thousands of words different. And so, I'm talking to all you mokes out there, so don't be like, bye.
I would say also, too, like if you're a bilingual parent, speak to your children in that second language, because that's the time that they can really absorb
They're most
it.
valuable.
Yeah.
Well, that's when the synapses are all building the pathways. So, having those open just opens a greater wealth for them.
All right,
as language.
Yeah, so let's talk about. So we talked about PSI
a little bit. That's how we met, Julie. We were all volunteering at a Kids Basic.
Kids Basic, which is the children's version of the Adult Basic, which is a weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday deal. And
but for the kids, it's just a Saturday, Sunday, and it's all done through like experiences and playing and stories and
puppets.
I mean, I like that kids version better than the adult version.
Yeah.
Well, I think that it's fascinating that it takes us 3 to 4 days to get the info, and the children grasp it in 2 days. Just speaks volumes about their brain, right?
Yeah. And then it's just amazing because, when you go through that program with PSI, you just see these kids are like, this is the future leaders of our country, and everything's going to be okay. It's not going to go to heck in a handbasket, because it was very inspiring being able to witness that. So let's talk about PSI's...
how is it involved with the Sunshine School?
Yeah, what's the connection?
The connection.
So the connection is, in 1978, a bunch of graduates that had done the seminar wanted a place where children could really learn in ways that were different maybe than the regular schools. Yeah. Meaning that they could experience things, it's okay to make a mistake, that's how you learn, and really getting the children to be involved in their own learning. And so they created Sunshine School. So we are PSI Child Centers, and we do business as Sunshine School. And having a place where the staff, the board, all have the same vision for how what we want to provide for excellent education for children makes all the difference. And so, we're 39 years old now.
Nice.
So with the school, do you guys have a wait list, or if people are interested in getting their children signed up, what does that process look like?
So, Sunshine School, we are so fortunate. We have, we're year-round, and we do have a waiting list, and, it's joked around in the community that when you conceive, you need to get on our wait list.
There you go.
Which is not that far off.
Yeah.
And so, we're really lucky, and we have so many return families. Like we have cousins and brothers and sisters. Mm-hmm. And since I came back in 2018 after I reinvented myself as a child life specialist.
Yeah.
I am getting the next generation. So kids that I was their teacher are now coming back as parents, and so it feels like such a special. It just says to me like that we mattered and that it makes a difference, and that's really cool. So since I've been back, I've had 8 children that I taught now back as parents.
Yeah, I think you kind of like, the bad things can be multi-generational, like dysfunctionality and not being able to communicate and work through issues, and then the opposite of that, creating little kids are going to be functioning adults, and now they're bringing their kids back. So now you're creating
patterns.
Functioning positive patterns, multi-generational.
So Julie, what is the age range that the school supports?
So we enroll children from 2 years, 6 months until the year before they go to kindergarten. Mm-hmm. So we are truly a preschool.
Yes, preschool, and that's very critically important.
Mm-hmm.
Formative years.
When I was dating my ex-husband, he said, "How come you don't be a real teacher?"
Yeah.
I had to school him in that this is where all the learning, it's all the foundation. Yeah. We're doing the foundation. You guys are in realty. Like, if you don't have a strong foundation, it's all going to fall apart. So we're the foundational piece.
And, I think I took preschool. I think I was in Mother of Rice. I don't know if that's
right. My preschool was Montessori.
I don't know. They just closed?
So this is the thing about early childhood. Right now, early childhood is in a crisis because finding educators, because truly they're just not as valued. Yeah. We were super valued during the pandemic when we kept everybody working. Yeah. But, we lost 3 major preschools this past year, and one more is going to close next year. Oh, wow. And that just makes me really sad.
Yeah. Well, it's good that you guys have this going on in Kailua, because I know a lot of times it's important that these things be in the communities where the kids live. Mm-hmm. So hopefully, maybe some other graduates will come out and say, "We're going to start
one up on the west side."
What's that?
What did you say?
Oh, I said that maybe another one will open up, and let's start the same one up on the west side.
Yeah, that would be great to expand. It's just hiring teachers right now. Any aspiring teachers, this is a really exciting time of growth and development for their brains, and it's a really rewarding job. I just want to encourage people, like, this is really where it all begins.
Mm-hmm. And then you're going to see, it's like when you said, when you see these kids and then you see the parents coming back, it's like, it's a multi-generational reminder of all the good that you've done in the community. So volunteers, let's talk about volunteers, and we are going to come next quarter, and so get your list ready. I think we needed more planning to make sure that we come in there and do it right.
Well, and so what makes Sunshine School such a really cool and special place is that we have all kinds of volunteers. We have volunteers from organizations like yours that come and help do trainings for us and do work days with us. We also have, right now we're partnering with the Boys and Girls Club and having the youth come, because I really do believe that showing them that this is a really wonderful job and a really wonderful profession will help. So we're going to partner with them. We have an awesome foundation called AOK Foundation. Mm-hmm. They do all kinds of community service, but they have done projects at our school. They've built incredible spaces for kids that are inspiring.
Nice.
And then we have people come and volunteer and do maintenance and, the dirty work, so to speak. But volunteers in any organization, especially a nonprofit, are what really help build the community. When they built the playground, they got the whole Kailua involved.
Nice.
People raising money, people coming to do the work. And the Sunshine School does a lot of things in the community too. So it's a win-win. Right now we have a adult with autism as a volunteer doing kind of like skill building, and it's been really awesome for the kids to see different learners, working and doing different things. So, if anyone wants to volunteer, give me a holler.
Yeah, the other thing, too, is I did a lot with my boys in scouting. I have one left. He's going to go Eagle to be an Eagle Scout. But in the scouting community, so this is a shout-out to all you scouters and scouts out there that I think the Sunshine Preschool would be an excellent Eagle project. And I don't know if you're familiar with the Eagle projects, but it's the actual scout to reach their final rank in scouting as an Eagle Scout needs to coordinate the volunteers, the budgeting, the program, everything. They do everything.
Yeah, we had, when I was a child life specialist, we had an Eagle Scout come and do a toy drive and build a toy chest for the treatment room.
Awesome.
It was beautiful. And just to see how hard they work. I mean, it's all the values that we hope that we're instilling in these children, that giving back is part key and part of being a part of a community.
Yeah. So I'm going to encourage any troops out there on that side. Maybe this would be a great Eagle project for those of you out there that need to finish that up and go Eagle.
So
go Eagle.
So if you guys want to get more information on Sunshine School, you guys have a nice website that we've been screen sharing because we are doing the live stream.
Awesome.
Yeah, so sunshineschoolkailua.com. And so you can click through there, and that's probably the best way to get a hold of Julie.
Contact,
Yes. sunshineschoolkailua.com.
And, we're right on the Kauai Nui Marsh, so this year we got a grant, and we're building a lot about culture and our place in the Ko'olapoko. So a lot of learning this year. It's going to be exciting.
Hey, and just talk about the training that you guys did. I know I came in to do some training, and I taught about the ideal team player. Was that helpful for your group?
Oh, 100%. I mean, it just encapsulates all the values of being a true player as on a team. And it was so helpful, and we still talk about it to now. I mean, and I think we'll revisit, just checking in throughout the year, because I think that's critical, because it's easy to fall into, your old habits when
programming,
when you're tired and, feeling unappreciated. So, so thank you for that. That was such a gift for us.
And it was a request for an endorsement, because it's just something I like to do with local businesses to give back to the community and go in there. And a lot of times you just need, and I like what you do there, because you're bringing outside people in to do some training. What were some other training things that you guys did that day? Because I noticed there was something right before I showed up.
Well, we did. So we really try to give back to our employees, because it takes a whole person. I mean, just like how we approach children, the whole child, the brain, the body, all of it, and just like our staff. So we had a financial person come in and talk about, things that there might not be. They're young, so what could they do to set up their life for a future? So, and then we do, of course, early childhood things, but it's not only early childhood. It's calling in professionals to talk about your team, because wherever you go after this, you're going to be on a team.
Yes.
You're going to need to think about your finances. We do things about nutrition. We do things about whatever. All of the developmental for being a good person.
Well, I'm glad that you mentioned that, because it's for if you need people to fill spots or become teachers, that it's not just you're there with they're doing early childhood learning, but you're also pouring into them as adults. So good
job. And there's a lot of talk about mental health these days. So we do some things on stress reduction and how to be mindful.
Okay.
And that's why this Hawaiian piece that we're going to add, and it's going to just add, and it's learning, right?
Yeah.
Like, we live in this beautiful place, and some of us don't even know the coolness that surrounds us.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting some cultural practitioners to come and teach us. Like, Kauai Nui Marsh is a culturally relevant place, and we're going to learn a lot about it this year. I'm excited.
Well, awesome, and it's literally in your backyard. Well,
literally.
Yeah. Well, we're coming to the end of another show.
Yes. So, Julie, thank you so much for being a guest.
Thank you for taking time to talk to me. I appreciate it.
Yes, and sharing about your wonderful school and the history. So, we really appreciate you being on and sharing with our listeners.
Yes.
Thank you for your time, and I look forward to seeing you in the next quarter.
Yes. We'll see you soon.
With the team.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Julie.
Okay, bye-bye.
So that is the Sunshine Preschool out there in Kailua.
SunshineSchoolKailua.com.
If you're thinking about having a child, you might want to just, as soon as you get the test back from the rabbit, go get on the waiting list.
Yes.
So.
Okay. I do want to share a review from Monica Dominguez.
Okay.
This one's for Alicia. I have known Alicia for many years, and she's always been a person of quality and integrity and honesty. She gives over 100%, and I trust her leadership and direction.
Yeah.
Good job, Alicia.
You know, we talked about those mistakes when selling in the home. I want to go through them really quick. Pricing your house too high. If you overprice these are 4 common mistakes, and they're going to be even critical with this market. It's softening.
Yes.
But pricing too high. If you overprice your house, you'll turn buyers away. That means it'll sit on the market and may need a price cut. Adrian, what can the agent help you with?
Just understanding the market, and the right price will draw in more buyers, and so your house will sell quickly. So if you're getting a lot of interest and a lot of inquiries, then you know that your house is priced correctly.
All right. Skipping necessary repairs. Buyers have more options. When you don't tackle select repairs, buyers may skip over your house.
So as agents, we know what you need to prioritize and spend money on and what you can skip.
Not being objective. If you get low offer, don't get emotional. You have a lot of memories in the home, but you still need to be objective.
And that's why the agent comes in and they don't have that emotional connection and can negotiate to get you closer to what.
Last one, being unwilling to negotiate. Buyers have more negotiating power today. If you're not willing to compromise, you'll put your sale at risk.
Yep. And again, that's where the agent comes in to create the win-win and the back and forth negotiation and expert advice.
All righty.
So I do also want to remind our listeners, we have a career night coming up. We are hiring. We have positions for both administrative roles as well as sales roles available on our team.
Yep.
And it's going to be October 7th. So you can go to hawaiicareernight.com and sign up there. Now, if you can't wait until October 7th, check out jointeamlally.com, and we'll have a conversation, before that next career night.
Yep. And, license or no license, the main thing is, are you humble, are you hungry, and are you smart? Mm-hmm. Go to our website if you want to see what that's all about, because I actually do go into workplaces and teach that in the workplaces of how workplaces can have ideal team members and be an ideal team environment where ideal team members want to be. Can I say ideal team member enough times in one sentence? Yes, I can.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we are coming to the end of our show. So thank you for listening, and thank you to our sponsors.
Jody and Derek of Pacific Rim Mortgage.
Bradley of Allstate Insurance.
Kenji with Pillar to Post Home Inspections.
John with Kilauea Pest Control.
Duke of Hawaii Pacific Property Management.
Robinson, Fine Line Paintwork.
Amphi with Estate Planning Group.
Jason Wu, Attorney at Law.
Rhino, Hawaii Unified.
Janice of Dreamhouse Drafting.
Fabio with Hawaii Water Damage Restoration.
Jake of Go Local Power.
If you want to get a hold of any of our sponsors, all you got to do is go to teamlally.com.
We also want to give a big thank you to Leah Rodriguez, our producer here in the studio.
Chee-hoo.
Make sure to tune in next week. We'll have an awesome guest talking about something that'll change your life.
Forever. This is the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold Program.
If we can't sell your home at the agreed upon price in our time frame, we'll have it bought for cash.
Thanks
and aloha.
The preceding program was sponsored by Team Lally.